So I'm here today. I'm Maureen Kiley. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Breakaway Growth Operators. We help small businesses across the nation, but this particular video and podcast is about helping local business. We have done. I've been in artificial intelligence space for over 8 years. I developed two platforms. I understand AI. And recently, as I was talking to my co founder, because we have a marketing agency that we focus on artificial intelligence and marketing strategies for small business, we also have a credit card processing company. Our whole goal is to help businesses reduce down their tools, be more efficient, and help them save money on various products like credit card processing. So, when we were talking about the local side, I teamed up with a printer because he has a national print company and he's a good friend of mine out of Michigan. And we were talking about how direct mail has increased in recent last 2 years. The US Postal Service has said there's more direct mail going. And there's a lot of noise in the digital space. People don't know what to believe. So I did a study and I started asking local people, what how do you find who you want to go to? A doctor, a dentist, a plumber, a painter. And what I heard was because Florida in particular, so many people have moved here. I moved here 5 years ago from California. And what happened was we didn't know anyone. And we were searching for people. And I believe your joint chiropractic was just being opening when I moved here. So it was very interesting to find out from local people how frustrating it is because the digital space, they don't necessarily believe the reviews. And now with artificial intelligence coming more and more, like literally yesterday, I looked at a picture on Facebook. One of my friends posted down in Cocoa Beach, and the golf ball was so close to the alligator. I said, "Are you sure that's not AI?" Because it just didn't look real, right? So people are concerned about finding good, trusted businesses. So I decided to launch a local channel that we're going to be highlighting and spotlighting on great businesses. And the directory is mailed and it's limited per category. So we're not having 20 chiropractors or 20 dentists. It's 2 to 3 max. And what we're doing is we're doing these videos and podcasts so that we can spotlight the businesses because people want to know, is this a really legitimate business? Is this something that I would like to use? And the whole point of the directory is to put it on the fridge and use it. So when you need that chiropractor, that plumber, that painter, dentist, then you can go there and then you can scan the QR code and watch any of the videos about the businesses. So today I'm interviewing Dr. John Bucci from the Joint Chiropractic office. And I happen to go there. So this is going to be fun. And I'm going to let him talk now because it's all about him and his business and his staff. And he's going to talk about who he is. How did how did you get into, serving this community in particular? Where are you from? Kind of just give us who you are as a person. And when did you discover that you wanted to go into chiropractic care?
Well, thank you, Maureen. It's a pleasure going on this little podcast, and I look forward to sharing what the joint does have to offer, the Joint Chiropractic. I've been a chiropractor since it's been a while now. So 1997 was when I graduated. So up in New York, and I lived around the city in Yonkers, practiced there for over 20 years and decided, I wanted to raise my family in the Tampa area. So I have a young daughter and son, 7 and 5 now, and we
Nice.
moved down here in 21, which is right when the office opened in Riverview.
Yeah,
So
that's when I
yeah,
moved here too. Yeah.
yeah, exactly, right. And the Joint Chiropractic is it's a publicly traded company. However, it's also a franchise. So over 70% of the offices are owned and operated by just, entrepreneurs and business people. And the people that I joined up with, Alex and Valerie Peristakos, they came down here from St. Louis to this area, and they really loved chiropractic, loved what it had to offer. They have other businesses, but they really liked what they saw with chiropractic and opened down here. And they have five of the licenses. So the one in Riverview, which is on Big Bend, which is the one that you go to, and obviously what we're doing this interview for, and also in Brandon, Valrico, New Tampa, and also Land O'Lakes now. So those five areas. And throughout pretty much the greater Florida area, there's several joints. There's over 80 to 100 of them around here. And I don't think any of them are owned by the corporate brand. It's all franchised by, just regular people and owners. So, and what really got me interested with the joint is their business model. And it's really the heart of chiropractic. But what we do is we adjust, right? And what I got involved with chiropractic, even at a young age, was just the fascination of how the body has the ability to heal itself, right? And the things that interfere with that is just interference along the spine and just how well you take care of your body. Right? Your body doesn't come with a roadmap or a manual, right? Everything is learned by itself, and the chiropractor's job is really to make sure everything is working right. And obviously, our main tool to do that is aligning the spine and making sure the nerve interference is taken away. But it also posturally, how you use your body, how what nutrition you're putting into your body. None of that is a given for anybody, right?
Right.
And what we do as chiropractors is really help people with that ability for them to rely on themselves to heal themselves. And the joint really lined up with that. We don't take insurance. Our costs are minimal. Um, we just want to treat as many people as we can and get them healthy. And so, most people that come into us, obviously, when you go see a chiropractor, it's because you're feeling pain somewhere. And that's always going to be the primary reason why a person goes to a chiropractor until, things would change. And so our first goal is getting you out of pain, getting you feeling better. And then once you feel better, really getting you into that optimal state where your body is working at 100% of what it's capable of. And that might not be achievable for a lot of people, but the one thing is certain that without chiropractic, it would never be achievable. And that's really what our focus is.
Okay. So you like the business model of the joint chiropractic business model and the
Mhm.
health behind it, because obviously when someone comes in, they can come in depending on what package they take, right? And they can
Yeah.
come in as often as they want. Um, and it is affordable. I mean, honestly, it really is. So tell us about your team though. So how is it structured? Is everybody a licensed chiropractor in your office? What tell the people watching this video a little bit about how the team is set up?
Yeah, we keep our costs down to the minimum. So we have a person at the front desk who manages, we call them a wellness coordinator. So that's the first person you see. They'll tell you about the packages, the plans, what doctors are there, help you with your account. And then we have the chiropractor. And yeah, obviously everybody is a licensed chiropractor in the state of Florida.
Okay.
And so in Riverview, we have the main doctor there is Dr. Nigel Linton. He's been in practice for over 6 years. Um, really strong chiropractor who adjusts very well, very, just oriented on getting people better and having them feel better. and Dr. Ian Yetsky, that's the second chiropractor there. So just about every day there's two chiropractors to handle the flow. And Dr. Ian has been with us for 3 years now. He came to us right out of school, has really gotten so much better with adjusting, and is able to, really get a lot of people better too. And we fill that in with a couple other chiropractors here and there, depending on the need and whether the day is busier or not. But for the most part, those two guys really take care of Riverview.
So, what kind of symptoms do you see quite often in that would maybe somebody sitting there saying, "I don't know if I should go to a chiropractor or not."
Yeah.
So, what would be some of the symptoms that somebody would experience that they might want to reach out to you guys?
Well, we're doctors. 80% of the people that come into us is going to either have either neck pain or back pain. With the prime, most people it's going to be back pain. And a lot of times back pain just kind of comes on and it doesn't really get to the point where, geez, I gotta go take a look at this and what's going on. You feel it when you do certain things. It might bother you when you wake up or after a long day and you just kind of brush it off, right? But
Mm-hmm.
the problem with that mindset is that the longer you do that, the worse it gets. Um, there's something going on, right? Pain it's always the kind of last thing that shows up, first thing that goes away when there is a problem there. So, people might just take an Advil or rest and it goes away and they don't really think about it until it gets to the point where it can really start to pinch on the nerves and then cause numbness down the legs or tingling and pins and needles, or the pain is just more persistent, or that ibuprofen that you're taking is just not touching it. Needless to say, um, how much damage ibuprofen does over a long period of time. So you always want to look for a natural solution to problems with your body, right? That's
Right,
what we all try to do.
right.
So yeah, but most people it's neck and back pain. Obviously chiropractors are trained to treat extremities and headaches and just a myriad of different types of musculoskeletal conditions that we all take care of on a daily basis. But for the most part, it's neck and back pain, I would say.
Okay. So, um, let's see. What are the specific services? Like, how is your business structured? Like, if I came in, I did come in. So I don't want to tell
Yeah,
everybody what I did. I'll say
right.
save that to the end because I do know when we were talking about like neck and back pain, so many of us are on computers and phones, right? And so that has an impact on our bodies. And so
You
if
can bet.
if somebody wants to come into your clinic, what's the best way to approach it? Like what I know you get a consult. What happens when they come in?
So we're a walk-in clinic, so we make it as convenient as possible for patients to come into us. We like to schedule our new patients so we can plan out the day a little bit better. But even if you don't have an appointment, you can walk in and may take a little bit longer without one, but we'll definitely see you. We don't turn anybody away. So when you first come in, you're going to sit down with the doctor for a consultation to make sure that your condition can be seen at the joint. Um, being that we're hands-on chiropractors and we use techniques that for chiropractic that are very hands-on, either Thompson drop tables or even an activator, that technique or diversified chiropractic is the main technique that we use. And if the doctor feels that your condition wouldn't be appropriately treated in our office, we're going to refer you out, or we're going to send you out for imaging, first off. But usually, if a person is coming in with a lot of pain or a lot of discomfort and they can't even sit in the chair, we're going to refer them to urgent care. It's not something that we can treat in our facility. And once you start feeling better, that's when you really need to come back for us to take over the care at that point and get you to where you need to be. So yeah, the first thing is just a consult with the doctor, and he's going to determine whether he can treat you right that day and make a good treatment plan for you to get your problem taken care of.
So I'm going to ask a question because somebody may not know this that might be watching this, but what's the diversified chiropractic? You said that was the most used. What
Yeah.
does that mean?
So diversified chiropractic is kind of like a catch-all term for chiropractic adjustments. So some chiropractors treat your cervical spine while you're laying down facing to the table. Some like to do it while you're face up. Some like to do it while you're sitting. Those are all under the umbrella of diversified chiropractic. So whenever a chiropractor puts their hands on you and is adjusting your spine or extremity, it's considered diversified chiropractic. And the whole goal of chiropractic is to have your joints working the way that they were supposed to. So as they get more fixated or stuck, as you will, in layman's terms, the joint has a normal range of motion, and your spine is no different, right? So when you bend your finger, that's its normal range of motion. Well, each individual vertebrae in your spine also has a range of motion that it normally goes through. And the problem with your spine is you really don't know when that range of motion starts to get restricted, just because of the biomechanics of it. You might not be able to turn your head as much as you want, but there might be one or two individual bones that are limiting that. So the other ones can compensate for those ones that are lacking. And you might not be, attuned to that in your own body. So the chiropractor is going to do an evaluation on what joints are kind of getting stuck and not moving correctly. And the chiropractic adjustment is what gets that joint to move in its normal pattern. And a lot of people hear the pops, right? And all that is just gas being released inside the joint. So as the joint builds up with pressure, it starts to get more stuck because it can't move as well. And the chiropractor takes that joint through its normal range and then past it, and a lot of times it opens up, and you kind of hear that pop. And it's just gas being released in the joint, kind of like opening up a soda can.
So have you seen, I'm going to kind of take this to another path here, but have you
Yeah,
seen since, remember like COVID opened up online, right? Like everybody meeting online, everybody doing stuff online in business
yeah.
or school or whatever. Are you seeing an increase in people coming in with computer related um like pain?
Oh, absolutely. And it's not just with COVID, it's just been over the past 20, 30 years, to be honest with you.
Well,
Uh,
okay, yeah.
there's so many people that do sedentary jobs, and they're constantly looking down. Their posture is hunched over. Their arms are out in front of them like this, and that's not the way the human body is intended. Even the way I'm sitting and talking to you, right? And you're sitting there, right? This is
Yeah.
normal posture back in here. This
Yeah.
is where your spine is in alignment. When you're forward like that, all those joints start to get stuck, and you do range of motion and you try to stretch yourself out, and that always doesn't take care of it. So um, for most people, once a week is a good kind of routine to really get rid of those restrictions, open up your spine, and get things working right. Some people, it might be a little bit longer than that. It just depends on your state, how healthy you are, how well you take care of your body, how hydrated you are. Some people, it's a lot sooner than that. It just depends on their job and what they do. So there's no real textbooks say, oh, you got to go to the chiropractor once a week, or once every other day, or once a month. Everybody is different.
Yeah, because like when I've been going to chiropractic since I was 29 years old. And I used to live in Seattle, Washington for part of my life, after college. And it was called network chiropractic. It was different adjusting. However, I learned a lot from my chiropractor. So I've always had a chiropractor in my life since then. and also massage. Because it's
Gotcha.
like when you're at a computer all the time, it's brutal.
It
So,
is.
what makes your company different from just any chiropractor out there? I know you said you like the model, but what else is it? I know there's one thing, I don't want to say it, it's different with the joint than a regular place. There's probably more than that, but what is that unique thing about you guys?
What really sets us aside is uh, just the availability for anybody to come in. We're kind of like the front line of chiropractic, right? We're open 7 days a week, 10 to 7 during the week, 10 to 4 on the weekend. You don't need an appointment. We're readily available. And really, that's our mission statement to make it as convenient as possible for you and also affordable for you to come in and get the care that you need. That really sets us apart. And, the fact that if you're on a plan or you're on a package with one office, it's good at any one of our offices. You can go to Arizona or California or Colorado and just tell them your phone number when you walk into that joint, and they'll be happy to see you and take care of you.
Yeah,
So,
that was amazing. And they can just pull up your file,
yep,
right? And
yep,
see you. So I thought
yep.
that was a big, huge thing for people that travel. Like a lot of people down in this area live here part of the time, but they go up north or, I don't know where all the locations are. Um, but I noticed that like my sister goes, she's in St. Cloud. I think there's a location there south of Orlando, maybe Kissimmee. That's where
Okay.
she
Yeah.
goes. And and she was the one that actually started talking to me about it because she does computer work like me. I mean, I'm out and doing other things too, but I do for 8 years, I was on a computer a lot. So
Mhm.
I know what wear and tear it takes on your body. And that part of being able to go to another place is really brilliant. I mean, that in itself and the hours are fantastic because
Yeah.
sometimes I'll come in on the weekend, and I
Yeah.
think it's really, really good. So, what is it that you would like to tell our community here? And I'm calling this South Shore, right? But it's including Waimama, Sun City Center, Riverview, and well, the southern part of Riverview over almost to Fishhawk. We're doing these directories and Apollo Beach. So, you guys make it convenient. I mean, for sure. So, what else would you want to tell the community about coming in and trying the joint chiropractic?
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, we're family operated. And I I live in Apollo Beach. I own a home in Covington Park. So that's my community. My kids go to Dobie Elementary over there. They love it. And we try to be as active in the community as possible. Kids love soccer. Um, so it's just a good family vibe in the office. Dr. Nigel, he also lives in Riverview in that area. And he's a single guy, but he's he's all about Riverview too. So um,
And he's
it's
super nice. He's really
yeah,
nice to talk to. And I know that and actually, I've never ever felt rushed. You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah.
I never felt rushed or it's amazing though. Like it's easy to use, it's easy to go to, it's in a great location. I think you can pretty much get there from anywhere. I mean,
Yeah.
from fairly quickly, despite the construction over at Big Bend.
Right. Yeah, one of these years they'll finish all of
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Then they'll do something else, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let's give some information really quick. What's the best way for them to come in? I know you just walk in, but do you want to
Yeah,
give any your website and your phone number and stuff like that
absolutely.
that
I
people
mean,
can
you could
reach you?
just Google the Joint Chiropractic near me, and it will give you the Riverview office. You can book your appointment right on right through the Google profile. You can go on to our website, the Joint Chiropractic, and it will give you a lot more information about our plans, our packages, our mission statement. any information that you need about chiropractic. Also has bios on all our doctors for each location, and it's just about any way you want, or you could just call us. Be more than happy to pick up the phone and get you booked up.
Okay. So I'm going to stop recording. Well, first I want to ask you, did you want to say anything about your plans? Because I'll have them edit this. So do you want to
No,
talk about the plans?
I think what we could put in there is that the initial is $29. And the plans and packages, it really depends on what the person needs and what the doctor feels that the patient needs. So I don't like going through all that,
Sure.
just on something like this. But
Yeah.
just so people know that, just $29, it gets them the exam, the consultation, and the chiropractic adjustment.
Okay. So I'm going to stop recording. Well, first I'm going to say thank you for taking the time out of your day to do this.
Oh,
This is going to be
absolutely.
great.
Pleasure.
And so I know that local homeowners are going to be really appreciate it. You're actually going to get more exposure than just the local area, but it's exposure across the board for the joint chiropractic, given that you're in how many states? How many states are you guys in?
Oh, a lot. It's over 40. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. All right. So I want to thank you for taking the time out to do this. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how people react on our podcast and YouTube.